it's interesting to see these white people at the protests and at these rallies talking about they need to use their white privilege to help black people, that it would be irresponsible for them if they didn't use their white privilege to help black people. The thing that's interesting to me about the situation is that white privilege is basically another way of saying white superiority or white supremacy. You have to realize that in order for any people to consider themselves privileged, that implies that other people have been left without any privileges, have lost their privileges, or they've had their privileges taken from them in some form or fashion. And it was also interesting is that rather than trying to render a world where white privilege doesn't exist, they're saying that we're just going to use it to make sure it benefits everybody. We're not going to get rid of this whole white privilege structure because we actually like that. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we're going to keep it, but also use it in a more responsible and accountable way. And this is why I don't fuck with white people, because there are no good ones. They don't have the mental capacity to be good ones. They have this thing called cognitive dissonance, to where they can't even reason outside of the paradigm that they exist in, which really isn't a paradigm of reality in the first place. This shit is built on myths and lies and amending certain facts in history and totally rewriting and omitting things out of and taking things out of context. But another part of this whole thing is that believing that white people can be of any aid to us in the first place. And you got to realize that the average white person is just as powerless as the average black person. We have to realize that black people and white people are essentially in the same vehicle. But white people and black people, neither of us have the keys, and neither of us are in the driver's seat. But white people are in the back seat, and black people are in the trunk. Black people are essentially luggage in this motherfucker. And the driver's seat and the passenger seat is occupied by institutions and corporations and wealthy people and people who control the extraction of resources and the dispensation of resources and things like that. And then in the passenger seat, you have the military, the people who protect all this stuff. So you have wealthy whites, and then you have armed whites driving the seat, in the driving seat and the passenger seat, controlling the direction of this thing. And then you have the average white person that Negroes try to run to and ally with, and think that these people are going to be some kind of help to us, and they're not. The same situation is going to occur. Even if we were able to work with them to get the corporations and institutions out of the driver's seat and to get the military out of the passenger seat, we're still going to be sidekicks. It's still going to be, okay, now the white folks is finna drive and these niggas is finna sit in the passenger seat or stay in the back seat. We may even keep the military. We may just reform the military and use it for different purposes or whatever. But we're going to essentially keep some sort of the same structure in place, to where niggas is still either in the back seat or riding the shotgun. So the whole thing is not about trying to get control of the car. The thing is about getting yourself out of the trunk. Get out the trunk of that motherfucker. Go and build your own vehicle. Get that thing up to about 100 miles an hour and ram that bitch directly into these white folks' car and kill them. That's what we need to do. Build your own shit. Destroy what they got set up, because it all has to go. None of it can remain standing at this point.